All right, so today we're gonna go over the level 3 from this worksheet. So let's read it. Write the equation in slope-intercept form, then graph the line on the coordinate plane. So there's two things we're being asked to do here. Write the equation in slope-intercept form. So as a reminder, that is y equals mx plus b. So right now, this is in standard form. And as a reminder, that is ax plus by is equal to c. That's what form it's in. Ax, by, and c here. So we want to change it to slope-intercept form. And if I look at this, I notice y is alone on the left side of the equal sign. But that's not what's happening here. The y is not alone here. It has a -3 multiplying it. It has a positive 7x here, which means it's being added. So first, we are going to subtract 7x on both sides. Minus 7x, minus 7x. And then I see on the left side, all I have left is this -3y that's going to come down here. But on the other side, I want to keep in mind what my goal is. My goal is to rewrite it in mx plus b form. So maybe I want to write the x first. The thing here that has the x is the -7x and then the positive 21. So subtract 7x on both sides. Next, to get y alone, there's only one thing happening still. It's being multiplied by this -3. So next we're going to divide by -3 on both sides. So -3 dividing there and -3 dividing there. And we're going to have y on the left side, but on this side, I want to recognize that when I divide by 3, there's two things here. I need to divide both of them by that -3. The 7x, the -7x, and the positive 21. A negative divided by a negative is a positive. So this is 7 over 3x. 21 over 3, -3 is a -7. So this is it. This is our slope-intercept form. If I compare this to what's up here, they look very similar. I can tell what m is, and I can tell what b is. Identify the slope and y-intercept, and graph the line on the same graph. M is the number in front of x, that's 7 over 3. B is the number that doesn't have any variable, and that's -7 or -7. We're going to graph it. So I have my y-intercept and my slope. 7 is my rise, 3 is my run. So I'm going to go to my y-intercept at -7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then my slope is positive 7 over 3. So my rise is 7 and my run is 3. So I'm going to go up 7 and then right 3. And then let's do it again. Since I don't have a ruler, it would be helpful to have more points. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. And there's my line. So to graph this line, we start at -7 on the y-axis and go up 7 and to the right 3. So next, we're going to convert this equation that is in point-slope form to slope-intercept form and standard form. So we're starting with this, and then we're going to kind of go through the motions and get them in all the forms. So if I have this is point-slope form. The first thing I'm going to do is distribute the slope. And in this case, if it's point slope, this is my slope form. This is my slope, -1 over 2. So that needs to get distributed to both. So if I do that, then I'm having 1/2 times x and negative 1/2 also multiplying 10. So that is negative 1/2 x minus 5. Next, we are going to isolate y. Y has this 3 next to it. It's an added 3, so the opposite is to subtract by 3 on both sides. So minus 3, minus 3. And that is going to leave me with y on the left side. And on this side, I have negative 1/2 x. And then negative 5 and negative 3 will give me negative 8. So here we go. Y is alone. That means I have my slope-intercept form, which is negative 1/2 x minus 8. So we had point-slope form to start with. Now we have slope-intercept form. Now we want to convert it to standard form. So when I want to do standard form, which I want to end up with down here on this line, I want to move all my x's and y's to one side and then have my constant alone. If I have a fraction though, I want to get rid of that first. So I'm going to start by getting rid of the fraction by multiplying by the denominator of our fraction. The denominator is the number on the bottom, so that's 2. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 2. So I'm going to do 2 times y, and I'm also going to do 2 times negative 1/2 x minus 8. So multiplying by 2 on both sides. I'm going to have 2y here on the left. When I multiply this, I will have negative 1x minus 16. We're almost there. The last thing I'm going to do is isolate the constant, because remember standard form is ax plus by equals c, where c is the constant. So it's a number with no variable that needs to be alone. So if I look here, what's the thing that has no variable? This one. So last, isolate the constant, which is negative 16, by getting rid of this. So by adding by 1x on both sides. So plus 1x plus 1x. So I'll see this go away. And then I will have 2y plus 1x is equal to negative 16. Almost there. So when I look at standard form, I notice x comes first and then y. So I need to move this around, and then I have 1x because it's positive, and then this is a positive 2y, so I put plus 2y. And there we go. We have standard form. We have slope-intercept form, and we're done.